get started, I just want to make one thing clear. You know, just so there's no comeback afterwards. I am in fact a bald comedian. Now, some of you may have already observed this, to be fair. But I just want to make it clear because, you know, even though in this day and age we're all meant to be equal, there is still prejudice out there. Like I see it in that gentleman's eyes there, right there. You know, I can see it. Like, he's smiling now, it's all a bit of a laugh, but I can see what he's thinking. Jesus Christ. I have to sit here after paying me money in and listen to a fucking baldy. Jesus. They couldn't at least got a guy with hair, no? I don't have a big problem with being bald because, to be perfectly honest, when I had hair, there was nothing really to write home about, you know. It was typical Irish guy hair. It just kind of sat there. You know, I think it didn't so much fall out as just die of neglect, really, you know. It just fell. It lost a will to live. I don't really have a problem with being bald, apart from ads that kind of make me feel bad about being bald, you know, in terms of, you know, they say to you, they're actually saying, like, I'm somehow in the wrong, that I'm actually bald. And they're these strange kind of ads. They mostly have these kind of English has-been sportsmen, like Austin Healey and Michael Vaughan, and basically they're saying, sort your hair out. Sort your hair out. What the hell is that? You want me to challenge my hair to a fight or something? You know what I mean? You better start growing now. I'll come up there and kick the shit out of you. But they're basically trying to sell you hair replacement therapy, right? And if anyone's ever actually looked this thing up, it's some pretty repugnant shit now, you know? I mean, it's basically, you know, Dr. Frankenstein would have ethical issues with it, you know? I mean, it's basically taking strips of skin that has hair growing on it and then latching them onto your head, you know? Indians in the Old West would have problems with this thing, you know what I mean? Like, they'd be saying, Jesus, all we did was scalp people. I mean, that was quick and clean. You know, this stuff, Jesus. But the ads, they always follow the same kind of format. It's before and after. And beforehand, they do the poor, sad bald man. Oh, poor, sad bald man. And all I do, me mates like me because I'm bald. And girls don't fancy me because I'm bald. And then they do the after bit. And the after bit, they always have this thing stuck to their head. And it's always some big, huge, spiky job. Like, it's never just a little, you know, a little side to the side part. And he's going, well, now look at me. Now I have hair. Now I am Mr. Confident. All my mates respect me. And the women are all over me. And there's some rented out dolly bird there beside him kind of going, oh. Okay, reality check. If you think you get slacked by your mates for being bald, turn up with a hair transplant. Multiply that slagging by 100, by thousands. In fact, this is the look you will see from your mates for the rest of your life. That is going to be it. I mean, in fact, your life actually won't even be long enough for all the slagging that they're going to have for you, as long as you've got that thing on your head. You know, I mean, when you die, your mates will actually chip together and have you cryogenically frozen, so they can bring you back to life and actually give you more slagging. And then the second thing is, well, the women will fancy me now because I have the hair transplant. Well, to a certain extent, that might be true. I mean, certain women might. But you have to ask yourself, do you really want to be involved with this type of woman? This type of woman who the only thing she cares about is, you know, the hair follicles growing out of your scalp. I mean, this type of woman, if she's asked to choose between Mahatma Gandhi and Razdan Karadzic, you know, Mahatma Gandhi, the father of peaceful protest, and Razdan Karadzic, Bosnian Serb war criminal mass murderer, would go, oh jeez, Razdan's got a lovely head of hair on him there. Jesus, gorgeous, lovely and full and lush, you know. But no, you don't want to be involved with one of these women. What you want to be is involved with the type of woman who will actually go out with a bald man, alright? Because these women are fantastic, right? Because, you know two things about a woman who goes out with a bald man. One, that she can see beyond the superficial exterior and see into the real worth of a man, and see his very soul, almost, And the second thing is, she likes a good ride. Nothing wrong with that, listen, you gotta respect that, she's putting it out there, she doesn't care, she'll take the snippy comments, she's getting the good loving, because we all know that bald men are more virile. Yeah, it's actually kind of bullshit. But, sorry, no, wait, the baldy lads in the audience are saying, Jesus, Jim, shut the fuck up. It's the one thing we got going for us. Don't blow it. Calm yourself, my baldy brother. Calm yourself. Of course bald men deserve their reputation as fantastic lovers. Of course they do. It's just not for some, physical reason, like having more, free testosterone or some nonsense all lifestyle. Simple truth is, bald men are better lovers because they're more grateful for the opportunity, so they try harder. That's all it really is. Bald men, basically, every time we got an opportunity for a shag, we're kind of like sportsmen coming to the end of their careers. This is potentially the last one, so we've got to give it everything. We have to be, we're going to work overtime. If it takes all night, the girls, because she's going to have a good time. If it takes till the next morning, if it takes a couple of days, she might have to miss work. I mean, it doesn't matter. Because we have to keep our reputation going. So, I'll leave you with this. Anyway, ladies, just next time, some bastard with hair has broken your heart and you're sworn off men, and you see that baldy fella sitting at the bar on his own, give him a chance, because once you go baldy, you never go back. Thanks very much, you've been great. Thank you.